Welcome to the FortiGate System Maintenance and Monitoring lesson. Welcome to the FortiGate System Maintenance and Monitoring lesson. After completing this lesson, you will be able to achieve these objectives. Perform common FortiGate maintenance tasks, backup and restore a FortiGate configuration, upgrade FortiGate firmware, monitor FortiGate resource use, examine FortiGate licenses, monitor FortiGate logs. Performing regular maintenance on FortiGate firewalls is essential to ensure the security and optimal performance of your network. Organizations should prioritize these tasks to prevent security breaches, optimize performance, meet compliance requirements, and ensure business continuity. The most common maintenance tasks include backing up configurations, performing firmware upgrades, monitoring system performance, examining licenses, and monitoring event logs. Every FortiGate administrator should back up their system configurations on a regular basis. In case of a system or hardware failure, restoring the backup configuration saves time and effort by avoiding having to reconfigure the firewall from scratch. Configuration backups are also useful when migrating to a new hardware platform or when troubleshooting issues after unexpected configuration changes. You can save configuration backups as files on the local PC, or, if available, a USB key. To restore a configuration, you must know where the backup file is stored and upload it using the GUI. Additionally, if your FortiGate device has at least 512 megabytes of flash memory, you can store configuration revisions locally on the firewall and use them to revert quickly to a previous system state. Fortinet releases new firmware versions regularly to add new features, resolve important issues, and improve performance. Upgrading the firmware helps FortiGate firewalls to stay up to date on the latest security threats and ensures optimal performance. In version 7.2 and later, new FortiOS firmware uses a tag to indicate its maturity level. A letter F, for features, indicates that the firmware includes new features, and a letter M, for mature, indicates that the release doesn't include any new major features. FortiGate firewalls with a firmware upgrade license display a notification when new firmware is released and provide the option to install it. Using this method, FortiGate downloads and installs the upgrade automatically. Alternatively, you can download the firmware file manually from the Fortinet support portal and perform the upgrade using the downloaded file. In this case, it is important to ensure that the firmware you download is compatible with the FortiGate model and that you follow the supported upgrade path. While performing the upgrade, you are prompted to back up your configuration. It is highly recommended that you create a configuration backup before upgrading the current firmware, in the unlikely event that something goes wrong during the process. If you must upgrade to a specific firmware version, but there are several intermediate versions between your current version and the version you are upgrading to, it is important to follow a supported upgrade path to ensure a successful upgrade process. The upgrade path is the recommended sequence of firmware upgrades that you should follow when updating a FortiGate device. This sequence is provided by Fortinet. It ensures that the new version is compatible and guarantees the stability of your device. To let FortiGate follow the recommended upgrade path automatically, you can select the desired firmware version under All Upgrades. If you are performing the upgrade manually, you should check the Upgrade Path tool provided by Fortinet. This is an online utility that allows you to easily find the recommended sequence of firmware versions for your specific platform. Monitoring the performance of FortiGate helps to ensure that it is functioning correctly and that its hardware is adequately sized to handle the network traffic. You don't want an overloaded or underused firewall. In general, you should always monitor CPU and memory use. However, you should also keep an eye on the available disk space, especially if your traffic logs are stored locally. By monitoring these key resources, you can identify potential bottlenecks or performance issues. In most cases, you should also monitor other non-hardware parameters for a complete overview of your firewall's performance. For example, you can monitor the number of sessions, how many logs are being generated per second, and the number of connected VPN users. Out of the box, the GUI includes several widgets that you can use to monitor these resources in real time. You can add or remove widgets as needed and change their settings and layout. FortiGate firewalls require licenses to function. Different licenses provide access to a variety of features and services, such as technical support, antivirus, web filtering, and IPS. You can view the status of your FortiGate license in two locations: on the GUI by clicking System, and then FortiGuard, and in the Licenses widget on the dashboard. Each feature indicates whether its corresponding license is valid and displays its expiration date. To prevent disruptions in network services, avoid legal issues, and maintain compliance, it is important to renew all licenses before they expire. An expired license stops FortiGate from receiving software updates and technical support. Some features may keep running during a grace period, while others stop running completely. FortiGate logs provide essential information about the firewall's activity, including network traffic, security events, and system events. Monitoring your logs regularly can help you to identify potential security threats, troubleshoot issues, and provide insights into network and system performance. FortiGate provides a user-friendly web interface to view logs. All logging information is located under Log and Report. The GUI includes several log categories to make it easy to find the logs of interest. To display only specific logs, you can use filters based on any of the fields included in each log. The System Events and Security Events sections provide a summary page in addition to the usual log entries. Let's put these concepts into practice by completing the following lab simulation. You have completed this lesson. You are now able to perform common FortiGate maintenance tasks, back up and restore a FortiGate configuration, upgrade FortiGate firmware, monitor FortiGate resource use, examine FortiGate licenses, monitor FortiGate logs.